dance. Do your starting dance. Trash to Cash podcast, episode 32. Hi guys, how you doing? We got Dave the
Welcome
MC
to
Picker,
the show.
Care Bear the American Arbitrage, and Kevin Vee down in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Is that where you're at?
KV.
Down in Minneapolis.
Down over and to the left.
Jeez.
Up and to the left. Okay, so anyways, how is Kevin's at VCon, guys. You know, he met Gary Vee.
Kind of a big deal.
Did you Jimmy tap Gary Vee? This is the most important question.
I don't even know what Jimmy tap means, Dave.
Excellent.
It's called squirrel tap in Utah. I never heard of Jimmy tap, but I know what you're talking about.
You got the gist.
Yeah.
No, so what was your? we got to start it right off with Kevin's Big Adventure. This is like a book that you could read to your kid at night. Kevin's Big Adventure. And so Kevin is on his first big adventure.
I'm sure this is what everybody wants to hear.
They do. You know what? Gary Vee is what popularized flipping to a lot of people that are.
We have a lot of patient parrots in the house watching this, so they'll be okay with it.
Exactly. So Kevin, what's it been like? Give us your quick.
Well, the best part was when Gary sent the private jet down to Lynchburg to pick me up. Was the best part.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot of open field, so they can just land right there.
Whose jet is larger, yours or his?
Did you buy anything? Yeah. Did you buy anything from the flea market? Because I heard they had a flea market in the stadium.
They did have a flea market, and I actually met some people. All right, so the biggest shock to me, and I got to bring. If you see Bubba in the background here, Bubba's here with me. It's been great.
Hi, Bubba.
Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba did a couple of flips. I mentioned one on Instagram, but he did 2 flips. I got to tell you some of these stories, or he can tell you one later. But they did have a flea market, and it was really interesting to me. And Dave, did you do a Masterworks commercial?
I did. Yes.
It was nowhere as good as mine, I'm sure.
No, yours was better.
Two sellouts.
Uno. Dos.
But Masterworks intrigued me for a couple of reasons. But there was another. I shouldn't be shouting them out here. I should be trying to get them on board to do an ad. But there's another place called Rally, and it was it was the Rally flea market, right? It's not just that. You're right.
Rally Roots.
No, Rally with a Y.
Okay.
And they fractionalize.
Daily refinement?
Make a thumbnail, Dave.
Clickbait!
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so they fractionalize all kinds of stuff. I think, what would they have, like the Constitution or no, it was the Declaration. Sorry.
I've
they
seen
fractionalized the Declaration. They fractionalized what else?
It's in a Dairy Queen in Illinois.
Cars. Lamborghini was there. They had some fossil. I mean, they've fractionalized stuff, and you can become part owners of like collectibles, cards, a Honus Wagner card, Commonwealth Picker sticker, whatever. And
wow, they've already fractioned that. Huh? They turned that into an LLC of its own.
It's like Masterworks when you take a work of art and you essentially sell a share of it, but they're doing it on the blockchain. And so it's just intriguing to me. And they had it like a real flea market, like Gary Vee's Roots, and they actually had Ohio Thrifters. I hope I have that right. I got to make sure I have that right. I met them, terrific folks, and they were there. I was shocked. I did not come up here prepared for anybody to know who I was at all. I'm like, this is a younger crowd. They have no idea.
Much younger.
Yes, except for Snoop Dogg.
Could be your grandchild.
He was definitely older, and Gary Vee is like 1 year older than me as well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
take what you can get.
Hey, that's good. But it was I couldn't believe how many people I met I was sitting in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom. I was literally going to the bathroom, and some guy asked me questions, and I said something. And he's like, dude, you said no.
You guys are like sitting on the stalls next to each other.
Something like
Yo,
that.
bro.
This is perfect Trash to Cash podcast material right here. I walked right into it. I gave you guys like the
Who
perfect...
does number 2 work for?
Jeez. Why did I go there? I knew I shouldn't have. I should have stuck to the plain and simple. Any rate, all right. Well, we're here already.
Back to the motivational story.
And I'm in there, and the guy's like, "You sound just like." I'm like, no, it's like, whatever, dude. I sound like whoever. Some guy I listen to on YouTube. I'm like, no, you're not even. And I turned and looked at him, and he freaked out. I'm like, dude, I'm wearing the back. And so,
so you were like in the urinal.
That's when you know you're famous, when you're meeting people in the urinal.
That's where I met Pete, Craigslist hunter, was in the bathroom. Yeah, it was interesting.
Wow. Okay, so Kevin's meeting people at the urinal. So if you ever want to meet Kevin, just stalk the bathrooms at big events. He's in all of them.
Us older people, we need.
Yeah, due to age, you have a weak bladder.
Micro
bladder. You have to deal with.
I came up here. Seriously, though, I think I came up here thinking, first of all, I don't really advertise this to my audience because a lot of people think this stuff's nuts, and I get it, right? I half think it's nuts most of the time. But I get up here, and I realize, dude, I really screwed up. I should have brought, like, merch with me to give to people and just glad hand people. Because a lot of these people up here...
fanny pack full of stickers.
Yeah. A lot of these people up here, they watched Gary Vee. And what did Gary Vee do for years? He did garage. So a lot of these people quit their jobs and sold on email. Like, this is like, these people know who I am. This is crazy. So I kind of missed the ball. And so I dropped the ball, but Bubba picked it up. And he just he was killing it up here, man. I was impressed.
Well, I want to know the conversation with Gary Vee because I see your arm around him, you're kind of whispering in his ear, and I'm just I know Kevin so well. Kevin's like, all right, I got an idea. We're gonna work together, and I'm gonna make $1 million. This is what we're gonna do. And Gary Vee's like, who is this guy? Or did it go? Hey, Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker. I watch your channel.
Right.
How did it go?
He did not do that. Okay. So it really wasn't all that. I mean, you just had a little bit of time, and I just said, hey, I just told him my story and just. That he was a little bit of a part of it, and because he was, really, this space that we're in here, y'all, in a lot of ways. I mean, he didn't create it, but in a lot of ways, he made it bigger than it is, or bigger than it was. And a lot of people like John, a lot of people that came into it, and Pete and whatever. Tons. I'm not trying to minimize other people's contributions to the space we're in, because a lot of people, clearly.
So you're saying Gary Vee is the world's best reseller? Is that what you're saying?
No, 100%. That's not what I'm saying.
But when's he coming on the podcast?
I did not ask him that. I probably should have asked him that.
Did Bubba do it? Bubba was on the ball?
No, he did not. Although he did give him my card. Bubba gave him my card.
He's like your assistant. Here's his card.
It's what it is. Yeah. But it was interesting. And so you got to talk to him a little bit.
He really has inspired a lot of people, though, because I hear it all the time in the TikTok space. I watched YouTube since 2011, reselling YouTube, and I didn't start till I got sick of Gary Vee saying to start TikTok. So I did it and YouTube at the same time. And then
so there you go.
It changed my life, honestly. I was reselling before that, but I wasn't doing content. So
and I got to tell you, I'd be honest, it's not, when Gary Vee, he's not naturally my cup of tea. I don't sit here and
you guys both swear a lot. You both swear a ton.
It's not my cup of tea. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to introduce that to Bubba a couple years ago when I was watching it, to be honest with you. But, eventually I'm like, because he's got so many great messages mixed in between the swear words, Yeah. He really does. He does.
It's true. That's a good point.
He tells it like it is, and, control your own life and destiny, and, get off your butt.
I had never heard of Gary Vee until after we started the podcast and Carrie mentioned him. But that was last October, and I've watched some of his stuff, especially his TikToks. I like them, and I think they're pretty good. Like Kevin said, it's a swear word every 5 seconds, but other than that, he's pretty solid. So, and I think he does motivate a lot of people to not just accept the status quo, which is really easy to do and tempting.
Yeah,
it's obviously you guys are on multiple platforms. I don't know how you guys, Dave especially, like the Energizer Bunny, but a lot of us resellers, that's kind of our nature, right? We don't, and that's what Gary Vee is. You don't want to work for somebody else all the time. You want to enjoy life. I'd rather enjoy life and not be wealthy. I'd rather sit underneath my tree and make $50,000 a year and pay my bills than.
But let's be clear, you are wealthy. Very wealthy.
Kevin, you had said if the swing wasn't gilded, then you're not interested?
Exactly. Exactly.
I think I heard that.
I think the bedpan on the side of the chair is a little off-putting for people when they first see it. It's convenience. It's about saving time.
Did you go to Nickelodeon World at the mall?
Yes. Matter of fact, I didn't post. See, I hate, one of my pet peeves is when people try to put they create a channel, a page or whatever, and then all of a sudden the content completely changes, right?
Yeah.
It's like, to me, it drives me nuts. And so I don't even like to post a lot of that stuff, even on my Instagram. That's my personal experience kind of stuff. I did a little bit. You saw some of it, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm taking pictures of SpongeBob and Ninja Turtles from the mall and sending it back to Turner.
That's
but
cool,
I didn't post it.
Did you go on the
Here's
No.
Here's my inside baseball on that. As far as like talking about other things that aren't in your niche or what your page is about.
Basically, like Dave's stories.
Yeah, stories. That's what stories are for.
That's what stories are for.
Sometimes I sing. Sometimes like I'll do like a lot of cards, just because I don't do too much of it. But like I'll just show some other stuff because only the hardcore people are watching your stories.
Yeah.
And especially with you, Kevin, it's me and Dave and your wife. And maybe Dawn if I make her. That's 4 people.
I don't think you should do what Carrie does and do the sitting on the toilet ones with his shirt off and he's like sweating and he's like, guys,
exactly.
This is a tough morning.
Well, it's a motivational discussion, and sometimes you got to show the tough moments.
Yeah.
So
pushing through the tougher moments of your life. Yeah. Did Bubba go on any rides?
Did Bubba go on? No, he did not go on any rides. He did not.
Was the mall impressive?
We didn't even go at VCon. They had a Ferris wheel. We didn't even go on that.
Okay. See, we've got to dig into all this stuff that you got going on because my life's
Dave,
incredibly boring.
You've missed out on the most important thing you have to do at Mall of America. It's go rollerblading. You know that.
I didn't even see that.
You have to. If I'm in Mall of America, just like Mighty Ducks 2, I'm going rollerblading through the whole place.
Yeah, that makes
sense. That's what
sense.
I would do. 100%. I would hurt myself badly, but I would do it.
I didn't really want to go. Bubba made me go to it, so.
But you did.
I'm glad I did.
You did.
Good dad.
You did have an NFT. Have you bought more NFTs at the show?
This is not what people want to hear about. They want to hear about
a little.
garage
Did you buy more NFTs?
They want to hear about non-fungusable tokens.
Yes. How many fungusable tokens do you have?
I did not. How many do I have?
Gary selling
Bubba, how many NFTs do I have? He's trying to count.
How many things did you buy at VCon with Litecoin or Ethereum? How many things?
I bought nothing.
Like hot dogs?
I bought no NFT. I got an NFT, but it was free. What? 5 or 6. We're not quite sure how many.
Can we talk? Okay, so I know
actually
this
I have
is
more
not,
than that because I have some candy.
This is not on topic, really. It kind of is. Kind of on reselling.
When are we?
I'm going to mention this for like 2 seconds. One of the cryptocurrencies dropped from like $70. One dropped from like $70 to like 4 cents. Have you heard about that one, Kevin?
No, I did not know about that.
And people have like hurt themselves because of it. There's like there was a bunch of like one of them was like tied to a US dollar, and that one went down way below the dollar that it's supposed to be worth. And it just shows you that while it's an interesting, exciting new way to invest and maybe flip, it's also pretty risky. So be careful out there,
there's
guys.
no doubt about it. Matter of fact, I mean, I'll tell you what, we can talk about this as it goes. Matter of fact, I would love to get Bubba on talk a little bit about what he flipped up here to give you an idea of how, I'm not going to say crazy these people are, but because I'm here, obviously.
But you did.
But some people, I mean, you get so worked up and you believe some of this stuff, and then you just throw your entire life savings into one thing or two things. It's just insanity.
Yeah.
And so anybody that, I feel for anybody that's lost because the stock market's lost. Everything's just in shambles. But, you got to keep things in perspective.
So what was Bubba's big flip?
Bubba's big flip. You want to do that now, or
Let's
can
do
I
it.
talk about Minnesota garage sales?
No,
All right, we'll
Bubba's
talk
big
about
flip.
Bubba's big flip. Do you want Bubba
Bubba's
to tell
big
you?
flip.
It's up
Or do
to
you want
you.
me to
He
tell you?
seems
He's never been on
younger and
anything.
more
This-
vibrant. Bring him on.
Yeah, he's going to hear us. He's going to understand what we're saying. Do it.
Does he have to bring you your cane so you can walk away, or
Bubba!
fetch the cane, Bubba?
He's never been on anything, like
It's
that,
all right. We'll be nice to him, much nicer than we are to you.
The world, All right, come over here. He's gonna be on here. I don't know
how many shrimps can he name?
He'll probably I'm more comfortable with him coming on than my wife. She would rip on me. He might not. That's
cool.
Yeah, because you got speaking of that.
Speaking of what?
Just sit down.
Bubba, hello, can you hear me?
Bubba,
Testing.
Bubba, are
What's
you
up?
there? What's
Come
up,
on,
dude?
Dude,
How
look
are
at
you,
this.
man?
Someone who's young and not ancient.
Look at this, man. It's young Kevin.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Bubba? So tell us about your flip. Let's hear about it. What happened?
All right, so I got 2 major flips. So the merch, they released like the merch dates, and like the first day they're gonna announce them. And they have 600. So there's 15 new characters in VCon 2 or VFriends 2, And so they're all in one hoodie. There's only 600 of those. And then there's supposed to be 2,000 short sleeve shirts and 2,000 long sleeve. That seems like a lot, but there's like 8,000 people there. So I woke up 4:30 with a guy that I met the day before that, and we got in line, rushed down there. We got the hoodie for $108.
Did you throw some elbows, knock some people out?
Yep, you got to be rough.
Well, it was ridiculous. So we were all in one single file line, and then they let everyone. They have to scan your NFT to get in, and then then we're supposed to be in one single file line because that's the way we had it. Because people who got there 2 a.m, and then the Vikings security, nothing to do with V-Friends in a way. They say everyone just go to all the doors in the front. So people that just got there at the front of another door, so the people sprint down there. Oh, wow. A girl fell down, but yeah, it was rough. Rip. But the sweatshirts were 108 or something, and then the short sleeves were 40. So I got 5 of those, and then I got 2. I
thought you could only get one, so that's awesome.
You can only get one sweatshirt, so I got that, and then I got old Commonwealth Picker 2 of the T-shirts.
Okay.
So I got nice. Got 3 for me. So he's gonna keep one, I think, and then I don't know what we'll do with the other. And I got the sweatshirt signed and a T-shirt signed. So I flipped the sweatshirt for $1,200.
Oh wow!
Holy cow! And right there, someone paid you cash, or you put it on eBay?
No, so I was asking 1,000 cash, and then the guy, he only had Ethereum, the cryptocurrency, and
there we go.
So I was like, all right. So I was like, okay, 1,200, and he said, okay. So he sent it to me.
What's that? A half? Is that a half of
Ethereum? It was 0.6 then.
0.6. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then
0.6 Ethereum for a hoodie.
That's insane.
Yep,
That's
and
awesome,
then
dude.
I sold one of the signed T-shirts today for $90 cash, just because no one was really interested. I didn't feel like listening on eBay. And then,
who signed it? Kevin or Gary?
Gary.
Okay, yeah, please, not Kevin.
Not as good.
No, not Kevin. And then it'd go for $10.
Yeah,
I know. If you're lucky, if you're lucky.
And then there's this. So there's this thing called a ledger. It's like a cold wallet to store your NFTs on, so it's really safe.
It's empty.
And so Ledger teamed up with V-Friends, and you scan the QR code, anyone could, and enter a raffle. There's only 555 of them, and I entered that. The odds were actually pretty good. It was 25% chance, so I got that luckily. And then you still have to pay for it. It's $159. Okay. So I bought that yesterday, and then today I woke up early for the last signing, got that signed, and then I sold that today for $1,300.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yeah. That's amazing.
You buy a Honda Civic, way better than Carrie's crappy minivan.
My van was $2,000. You would have been able to buy one of my
he will give you for your van a hoodie and a Ledger wallet. How about that?
I'll do it in a second. I'm not even joking. In a second.
Bubba, that's epic, man. Good job.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well done, man.
You've taken over your father's footsteps as he hits the 70-year-old mark.
Yeah, he's getting old, man, so congratulations.
I know. He didn't want to wake up with me at 4:30 to get a hoodie. Just out.
I know.
Pathetic, dude.
You can't win if you sleep in. You can't win if you sleep
in. Right on my shirt, guys. Right on my shirt. We're going to have to send him another one. And I signed this, so it's worth as much as Gary's. All right, cool, Bubba. Thank you. I appreciate your story time.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, man.
Have a good one. You too.
Nice to see you.
Take care, man.
All right, so he's gone. Now we can talk about how much better he is than Kevin. Now that Kevin...
I know.
Oh crap! There's Kevin.
I can see the thumbnail now. I can see the thumbnail.
Kevin's son has surpassed him in all ways. You moved your phone a little. There you go.
Yeah,
dude, that's impressive, Kevin.
Isn't
He's
it?
Made a Carrie's minivan.
The only thing that makes me mad, I mean, it's crazy. So, and I'm tough, y'all. I paid for his ticket, his VCon ticket. I bought him a VCon ticket, but I didn't even pay for his plane flight. I'm like, I'm not paying for your plane flight.
Wow.
So he paid for that. So he got. There's more to the stories that he gave, but he's going to make a profit after paying for the plane flight and getting all kinds of stuff.
I don't know what half the words he said were, but
I'm assuming you're his manager and you're taking that significant. What was it that we agreed on? 98% plus plus a $20 fee. So we're always losing.
Yeah.
What happened here? There we go. That's
there
better.
You go.
That better?
Okay, so that's impressive. Kevin, you should wake up early. I don't know if you've heard this saying, but it's hard to win if you sleep in.
It's true.
Well, listen, first of all, I had no idea. I don't think he had any idea that it would go for that much more. I was under the impression that if you could be one of the 600 to get the sweatshirt, that you might be able to get a couple hundred, maybe $250, $300 for it. I had no idea that it would. Yeah. But people, when you're caught up in the moment, it's just like whatnot, Gary, right? If somebody realized two people really want something that they have in front of them, even though it's on eBay for half the price, if you somehow get the situation, sometimes it goes up. They get caught up in that moment.
Yeah, the psychology of auctions and all that, or just two people wanting something is insane, and it could go for way more than it's worth.
And that's what it was, the experience of being there and whatever, and there's 600 of those things and whatever. So anyway.
How much signing did Gary Vee have to do?
So I will tell you this, it's interesting. A lot. I think that's, one thing that I think is a takeaway for me from something like this, because a lot of this stuff is it's over your head, Dave, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
it's clearly, it's over my head, let's be honest, But
Not a smart man.
But but since we're all in social media to some degree, the one thing social media wise that I took from it is, like, when I talked to Gary, he looked at me in the eye. He's looking at me, and whether he's faking it or not, he's listening to every word. He's responding to everything in an intelligent way, and to do that for thousands of people is crazy. That's just impressive.
I want to know, did he, when you told, because I'm sure you told him about your YouTube channel.
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
I didn't, no.
I would have told him.
He knew about it already, No, I didn't. I didn't. I just was honest and just told him, hey, because, he didn't change my life in a way that, he didn't make me quit my job. To be honest, there's other people on YouTube that inspired me more than him in the space.
You tell him that?
For
you
sure.
should have told him that.
No, I didn't tell him that. But
you were medium inspirational.
And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but what he did do for me is to encourage me to get outside of my comfort zone. And which, you guys are probably the same way, but I have no technological skills whatsoever. And you're laughing at me.
And yet you have the NFTs in the group. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, that's the weird thing.
It's all
You're a conundrum wrapped in a...
It's all Tim's fault. Yeah. It's all Tim's fault. And that's the truth, and I told that story before, so I won't tell it again. And I do. I own remarkably a V-Friend 1, which is insane. And it's so outside. I joke about being the oldest person there, and I wasn't, but it was weird. I got to tell you.
Okay, so Kevin, we got to take a small break from
let's
Kevin
do that.
And all the Kevin. We'll come back to your yard
sale. There's a lot of Kevin going on.
Carrie, a little bit about your life changes. Yeah. You have moved. You're in Vegas, right?
Yes, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Have you guys heard of it? It's a desert city. It's hot.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful desert.
It's the place where all bad Mormons go.
That's true.
You're right. There's a big amount of Mormons in Vegas.
And I've got a story about that, but I'm going to let you keep going.
No, but I will tell you this. For anybody who knows a little bit about Mormon culture in Las Vegas and music, two big bands came out of Vegas that are both led by Mormons, Panic at the Disco and The Killers are both led by a Mormon guy. And I swear I've listened to the radio and I've heard like 12 songs, and 5 of them have been Panic at the Disco and The Killers. So they're very into that here.
Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie, yeah. They're at like the Flamingo or something, living it up.
Yeah, it's definitely... So what I noticed when I went to Vegas, that's that there's a plethora of yard sales every Saturday.
Oh, so many, man.
Did you go out this Saturday and go crazy?
A little bit, man. That was our first...
before noon?
12:30.
Yeah.
Dawn was pretty tired, so she didn't get me up early, and I don't know. There was a card show I was more interested in, so I was on time pretty much for the card show, but not for the
The one that started at 4.
No, it started at 11. I got there at like 1.
Okay. And Whatnot was there? I thought I saw a thing that said Whatnot
was
actually in the building.
You know, Whatnot is an intelligent business. I mean, they sponsored this show. So, yeah, everybody knows about Whatnot. And it was insane. Kevin, you would appreciate this. Greg the Hammer Valentine was there.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, it was kind of sad though. His autographs were like $40 and I did not see one person get one.
Did you give him a pile driver?
I should have, man.
I mean, not one.
I should have gotten
one.
I didn't, man.
I'd have got one.
I was like 30 was my max, but 40 I was like, that's I do it by McDoubles, so I could have gotten like
the guy's
20
like
McDoubles.
70 something years old.
He looked pretty good, honestly. He looked pretty good.
Bad.
He could probably still throw down.
Hair.
Yeah, he looks the same, but 70.
Yeah.
This is super related to what you're talking about. There's a new guy on TikTok who goes around to McDonald's and asks for snack wraps, even though they were discontinued 2 years ago. And it's just like, I love those TikToks. It's like day 19 of trying to get a snack wrap at McDonald's. And he goes up, he's like, yo, you got tortillas? You got chicken selects? You got lettuce? You got ranch? Yes.
No, this is great, though, dude. This is great because there was a guy doing that for Mexican pizza for Taco Bell. And guess what's back at Taco Bell now?
The Mexican pizza.
2 years of hard work on TikTok, and he brought back the Mexican pizza to Taco Bell.
Dude, but he's like, he names all the ingredients. She's like, yeah. He's like, all right, can you put those all together? And I'll take one of those. And she's like, that's like a chicken select or whatever it's called. I can't remember. That's a select. And she's like, I can't make those. He's like, why? You got all the ingredients. So
haven't been trained.
Yeah, I love just the days of doing something. That's commitment.
So Dave, I hear that the garage sale season is ending down in Florida. Is that true?
Who told you this?
Well, it's just what I hear from the Florida people when I talk about garage sales starting up here. They're talking about it.
It's gator season, so they're out on the streets, and you got to be careful.
I'll tell you what, like this week, I wasn't even going to go out because it was supposed to be a thunderstorm.
I saw your story.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a thunderstorm. And then, deep breaths. So anyway, it's supposed to be a thunderstorm, and so I wasn't going to go out at all. And I was like, fine, I'll just go. And I go, and I end up finding some really awesome stuff. And there was actually not very many yard sales. So you're right, but I think the not very many yard sales was due to the weather more than anything.
You actually found something that I got criticized for passing up at a sale a couple of weeks ago. You found those viewfinders, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I hit my mic.
There was one, and I did not see it. I've sold one before, and I did not see it at a sale.
Dude, there's 8 of these.
Those are good.
Yeah, I mean, people were talking trash. Hold on.
You're gonna have to tell me about the actual the.
So these are the cards.
The slides,
these like stereoscopic slides and stuff. And there's probably 300 of them that came with it. And, people were giving me a hard time because I was saying maybe I can get 500 or 600 for all this stuff. It could be more because some of them I've looked up.
Depending on the
topic. A single one can sell for $25. So I don't know. But they're really cool. And what impressed me the most was when I actually put it in there and start looking at these stereoscopic slides. It literally looks like Avatar. Is that excessive? But the same exact effect, but 120 years old. It's so nuts to me that this technology,
which is interesting because that's the amount of time between each of the Avatar movies. 120.
It's also how old Kevin is. So Kevin, when you were a kid, did you own one of these or a couple of these?
I did not, but I did own the what do you call them? I can't even think. I've sold them 50 times.
Banana hammock.
The Viewmaster. The Viewmaster.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did own the Viewmaster and did a lot of those. Yeah.
These. So I've got this came with a book all about stereo views. It's a collectible book and it's a price guide. So I'm going to look through it because I actually found receipts in here from this lady who I got them from where she was buying 15 from someone for $110. I found a receipt in one of the boxes for $500. So there might be some legitimately valuable slides
it's
in this thing.
A lot of times topic based. My parents gave me they didn't give it to me. They have it. They should give it to me. They had a box of slides. Like, is this worth anything? And I'm like, probably not. Family slides or whatever. Yeah. But they lived in Southern California, right?
Yep.
And so I'm going through them. I'm like, please be Disneyland. Please be Disneyland.
Yeah.
And there are Disneyland slides. Not those slides. Just the 35 millimeter things. From, not 38 millimeter. From the...
terrible movie.
From the late 50s. And I think it opened in
55.
55, yeah. So Disney opened in 55. And so you look at, if you ever find Disney stuff and you're seeing that those 50s stuff, you got something there. And so it's probably 58, 59, and there were slides of their family. I mean, they're all dead at that. Well, I don't know if they are or not. Anyway, those things are worth money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most everything else wasn't. But there was also like Marine Land, maybe. No, it was somewhere else. Anyway.
Dude, but it's also...
go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, it's also whatever's within those. Okay, it's 1950s Disney, but if you have, the teacups in the picture, or if you have Dumbo, which was probably around,
it was.
It's
and
a
it was
small
Main
world.
Street.
Oh, Main Street.
It was Main Street. And it was in Main Street. And there was, they weren't bad. They weren't bad. And it was very different back then, too. It was pay by ticket. You'd buy tickets.
Yep.
And you get so many you don't remember.
I remember hearing about that from my older brothers and my mom.
There you go.
That's what I meant.
You get in, but you'd pay for each ride, just like you would at like a carnival thing.
Exactly.
Some of Carrie's brothers are actually your age, Kevin. All the way up.
They're all of my brothers are older than Kevin. All of them.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to say this. I triggered a bunch of people in that video where I bought those stereoscopic slides and stuff because I walk up to this estate sale and there's a whole bunch of blow molds right in the front yard. It's 2 candles, the Jesus, Mary, and Joseph set, and then a camel, which I'd never seen the camel before. But I knew the Jesus, Mary, and Joseph was like $100 set. I knew the 2 candles, maybe $80 for the pair at the best, maybe $60 to $80. And I was like, I should probably get them. And I was like, the camel's got to be $50 plus. It actually sells for $120, but whatever. I was like, all right.
Should have gone back and paid her more.
Yeah. You got to remember, blow molds and blow mold content is like crack for resellers. They love that stuff.
All of my viewers kept calling them glow molds. What are they called? Glow or blow? I thought they were blow. Anyway, so they blow. No, so anyways, it was $80, half price day at the estate sale, so it was $40, and I was like, I'm gonna go in and see if it's all of them, and the guy said, yeah, it's all of them. My mom's like, are you gonna get them? And you can actually hear me in the footage say, no, because I'll never list them. Because I have like 15 blow molds sitting in my storage unit that I've just never listed.
Dude, Facebook Marketplace. I mean, just local sales.
I
couldn't sell them where I'm at on Marketplace, but if I were you, I would put them on Marketplace.
Well, so you're as triggered as my viewers. My viewers were very upset that I passed on them because I was being lazy.
Yes.
And someone said in the comments, they're like, oh, so you just buy stuff you like to sell, not
just
stuff that people want to buy?
Just like, I'm at the
That's really how I
picked this up.
Should I just have pretended I bought it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the blow molds too. Not really. I have authentic videos. I'm sorry, Kevin.
I do too. I mean, Carrie, we're talking about Carrie here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of stage production going on in my videos, that's for sure.
He's got a theater background. He actually was in theater.
My guess is, knowing Don, you probably buy more than you put on video, is my guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for me,
I went yard sailing with them, and Carrie's like, Kevin, oh my gosh, I never told you the story of yard sailing with Carrie. It was the funniest crap in the world. Because, okay, first of all, I had to drag him out of bed. Dawn dragged him out of bed for me. But, we go out, and he's like, he's got his GoPro. He's got one battery and one, what was that, a 32 gigabyte card or a 64 gigabyte card for a whole day of yard sailing.
I have a 128, dude.
And
that'll do the trick.
One battery.
One battery.
Kevin. How long does one GoPro battery
last?
last?
I had a battery. Paul stole a battery from me. I go with Kayla, the homeschool picker, and says she steals a battery. Everywhere I go, they got to steal batteries.
And so what he does is he not only brings his one battery, but he brings a USB little pocket charger. Right? One of those little chargers that you hold in your pocket, and he plugs his GoPro in between each sail into this pocket charger. Mm-hmm. Instead of plugging it into the cigarette lighter or anything, he's just constantly charging.
Because it doesn't work. The cigarette lighter doesn't work, dude.
And at the beginning of the day,
why don't you just buy another battery?
I need another van.
But the GoPro batteries are $18, Carrie.
Dude, I told you what happened. I bought the 2 extra batteries and the recharger, and then they canceled it, and then I just never did it again. So
yeah, well, you have to actually be a U.S. citizen, Carrie. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? They won't let me get it because of my criminal record. Is the problem?
That's true. The felony. He's convicted felony.
Felonies.
Felonizer?
More than
felon.
But no, Kevin. Yeah, and I'm like, Carrie, do you have enough storage space? He's like, yeah, I've got 28 minutes left. So ridiculous like that. I'm like, dude, we're gonna be yard sailing for 4 hours.
For me.
And you wonder why there's no new content on American Arbitrage.
I have 3 videos ready to go. I just haven't edited them
out.
I've been living in a hotel and I've been moving. Now you're going to see a lot of me.
See,
you're going to see a lot of me and you're going to hate it.
Yeah, it was Dave going through this move and whatever. Now it's Carrie, and I'm the only one who's settled and
now
made
just
good life
wait.
choices.
Well, when you get to that age, you settle down, Kevin.
Exactly.
Like, you've already passed this stage.
You have to schedule your day around incontinence or the lack thereof.
But the lack of incontinence would be a good thing.
Isn't one where you can't go and one where you go too much?
Incontinence is where you can't go.
This seems like a good time. This was an
American Bubble
choice.
Boy?
No, that's right, American Bubble Boy. And by the way, I have
diaper.
another sponsor
True.
ready to roll here. But now we got to go through the people to get
Is it
to
those
the sponsorship.
Werther things, like the little caramel treats that my grandpa used to give me?
No, it is the Villages in Florida. That is the new sponsor.
I locked
now
that
Dave
one.
finally knows who it is.
Yeah, me and Joey bada bing.
The comment of the week is obvious, and it relates to what you're just talking about, the insanity of your nonsense. And it has 28 thumbs up, so it has to be, even though it's from dollar bills, y'all. Which is, that's already a downside.
Dude,
but
he wants to come to
you
my
can't
house
ignore
this
it.
week, just saying.
And 8 replies. So here it is. I just had a revelation as this show gets rolling about why Kevin likes to be part of the show. It fills a void in his life after he was, in his life that was created when he stopped teaching. Dave and Carrie are like those difficult to manage but generally harmless students in the classroom.
Gifted. He forgot gifted.
That keep things interesting. When Kevin gives a token protest at some of the sophomoric humor they're spewing, one can imagine him in the same role in the classroom, outwardly condemning it, but secretly chuckling on the inside.
Yeah, you whippersnappers!
I think I responded that was way too insightful for a comment on our podcast.
It's got 28 thumbs up, so he must have hit something right there.
He actually reached out to me, though, and said he's going to be driving by my town on Wednesday, and he wants to come to my house and
That's
snuggle.
a little,
So, we'll see how that goes.
Well, I have a second one really quick while I'm at it, because I can turn this off here. This is from Paul Philly Flipper, who I've heard of.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Kevin is
Clout
back.
chaser.
Kevin is back. This show is almost being back to being watchable.
Weird. What about, like, the new Kevin isn't good enough for Paul? This is the question I have.
Yeah.
Because it's not there yet. Like, you're not...
What do you mean?
You're not enough. Well, he said it's almost good enough.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
What do you need?
Paul is the most unappreciative clinger
exactly.
I think I've ever seen in my life.
Take, give nothing.
Yeah, see, and I think it's weird because we all were going to pick out our favorite comments and the most important comments, and Kevin picked those two. I picked the one from Bigfoot's Junk. That's the username, Bigfoot's Junk. And they said, I swear someone farted at 11:40. 11 minutes and 40 seconds. I listened back to the tape.
It was Duke.
It was Carrie's feed.
It was Duke.
But I think it was his chair. I think it was his chair, not an actual fart.
And it wasn't a fart, that's true, and it was Duke.
Was it really? So you listened back and it was Duke?
No, it was a chair.
Okay, it's a chair. So it was a chair reacting to the air coming out of Carrie's butt.
Yes.
So that's
I was off the ground.
Did you guys sell anything this week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are we still doing that?
Yeah, we're still selling stuff, bro.
Yes, I've been on vacation. I've been gone. I put the store on vacation. And so the store has not been live at this moment when we're recording for, 5 days, something like that. And we've got like $1,400 in sales. So
wow,
I'm pretty happy. Wow. But there's some big items in there. I mean, I sold anytime you see those jeans or jackets with all the patches on it, mostly NBA, sometimes baseball. Pick them up. I bought for $1, turned into 65. But I got one great sale. Somebody else share one because I gotta find it.
I sold like 15 plush for like $9 a piece, so that adds up.
Yeah, and this was the one that you did that video about a couple.
Yeah, just like the tote full for $15. So I've already like 5-tupled my money plus. It's all weed and stuff like that. That's a word.
So I sold a Marlboro. If you watch I can't remember the name of the sale. Once in a lifetime sale. Insane. That's the one where I got that sealed Willow VHS 1750. I sold the Indy car. If you ever watch my channel, it's where I'm. It's whatever. You know what I'm talking about. The Indy car, the Marlboro Indy car, hang up light, sold. I had it $225 or best offer, and they bought it for $225 without the offer.
Wow!
Look at you. Herman bought it. He's not a viewer. I don't think.
Herm.
Herm. So hi, Herm. HBR. I shouldn't say that. I was going to give you his eBay store. He bought it, and he said, please, please, please package this carefully. Thank you, Herman.
Don't do it. Don't package it carefully.
No,
Maybe you could, though, with American Bubble Boy.
Exactly. Bubble wrap would be huge.
Yeah, American Bubble Boy. There you go. I'm just going to wrap it in Bubble Boy. Put the sticker on it and throw it out there.
American Bubble Boy is a place you can buy bubble wrap. Link down below, and Kevin gets the money, I guess. I don't know.
No, I don't get the money.
He gets all of it.
All the money goes to the trash can. I tell you what, if you would, though, go back to my channel and use my link, and I'd get that money.
I tried to use your link to buy a Rolo for my giveaway, but I couldn't figure out if you had a real Rolo link or just an Amazon link.
Yeah.
You talking?
Is it an IDRPT or something?
Found the Amazon. I did order it through your Amazon link, though, if that makes you feel any better.
It does. I don't get near as much money, but that's all right.
I couldn't find the Rolo one. I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm trying to
it's
give
the one
Kevin
that
money,
says Rolo link.
Dude, go check your videos, because I don't think
it's there. You went too far.
Great,
you
man.
went down to my affiliate links, but there's an actual Rolo link. There better be.
Yeah, what I love about Rolos, by the way, is you think it's just chocolate, but then you take a bite, and there's caramel inside. It's caramel inside.
Caramel?
It's caramel if you're normal.
It's not caramel?
Nobody
how do you
says
spell
caramel.
gray? How do you spell gray?
Grey?
Oh, you're one of them.
No, I'm just kidding. It's AY. I'm not a sociopath.
I don't know how, but we have 3,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. We appreciate it. Kevin will send you your checks later.
We do have 3,000 subscribers.
That's really, really
awesome. You guys want to hear my sale? I sell on eBay, guys.
Yes.
Do you? Okay, let's hear your sale, buddy.
So this is interesting to probably just me. So I bought all that Xena stuff. If you guys remember Xena, she was a warrior princess from the 90s. She had a TV show, some sort of like reality thing. And there was a guy on it named Kevin Smith. Not the guy from all the other movies that he did. Not Mallrats, a different one. And he unfortunately had passed away in the early 2000s. And this was a piece of his outfit from one of the episodes.
Wow.
And it was it sold for $40. And all the rest of them were worth 10 or 15, but his was super special.
Now, if it had been touched by an angel outfit piece, I'd be excited, but
just
not really.
Some of the feather.
Hey, you know what I will say, though? We got a comment, Carrie, asking what is a number 7. And I think we take for granted the fact that everyone knows what a number 7 is. They might think it's some sort of bathroom task. Maybe you could explain that to the viewers?
Are you talking about a number 7 box?
I
don't even know what you're talking about.
I believe they're referring to a box, yes.
Yeah, number 7 it's 2 2s, a 1, and then another 2. Which would be 7, right?
Oh gosh, Carrie, have you gone and played craps yet?
Oh no, dude. I haven't, man. I want to go gamble on some sports, though.
Dave, didn't you lose your shorts playing craps?
I did.
Yeah,
and you know what else, guys? I have not had any negative feedback for over 6 months. So if you could just buy something and give me negative feedback, it would really help me. This is ridiculous. This is way too long.
I should see my last one.
Yeah. I mean, I think I had someone got it removed or something, but when I look at my eBay store, I have none in the last 6 months, and it's crazy to me.
I have one. Should we read it?
Dude, I'll tell you a gross story, but yeah, let's read yours first, then I'll tell you a gross story.
It says, took 10 days to ship.
Sounds right.
I tried contacting and got no response. Buyer beware. Which that's not.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Can't fault him. Can't fault him.
But I also have 400 positives, so I don't know what happened there. I apologize if that happened.
Did that really happen?
I'm sure I responded. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I don't know what happened.
He definitely didn't ship it for 10 days. He's not even arguing that point.
I have 5-day business handling and sometimes a few extra.
Do you really do 5-day?
I just don't have time for this.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. No, what happens is when I go, I'll be honest, when I go on vacation, I do 5 usually, and then sometimes I just don't ever take it off because it's so relaxing. But I think I'm at
if you're on vacation, you don't need to do 5. You're on vacation, it automatically
He doesn't
goes
use vacation
to the
mode.
end.
I don't use vacation mode.
Why not?
You never learned how.
I don't know. I want to keep selling. I don't know. I think
keep selling
the algorithm.
I just told you. You'll keep selling. I sold a bunch of stuff. Now, I guess I don't have anything to compare that to. But I did. I mean, I kept selling, not a ton, but I was making sales every day. And they got that automatic message on there.
How many wristbands do you have on right now, Kevin? Is that like 8?
Carrie, can you just at least confirm for me that you are aware that you can turn on vacation mode?
Yes, I am aware.
And
I had when I came up here the last 3 or 4 days, I'd just done time away, which I know means you don't sell anything while it's on, but. Yeah. I just turned it back on. I posted like 18 things in the last hour or two before the show, so I'm back on it.
For $23.
I'm excited.
No, have a bathtub?
Maybe like 80. Maybe 80.
I'm making sales here, so sorry, y'all. It's the third sale I've made.
Look at that, dude. I love how he fakes humble and then he's really arrogant.
Carrie, this is an important question. Do you have a bathtub in your new apartment?
Oh my gosh.
You have 2.
So it's a luxury apartment.
It's all that TikTok money.
Are you going to be selling your bathwater? Yes or no? That's the thing. You're reselling. People sell that, and you make good money.
And just like a necklace, like a little serum container.
Yeah, like a little necklace, a little glass jar, and you just put your bathwater in there. I'd buy one for $5.
There are people who do that, and that's disgusting. And I probably should, yeah.
Yours could be like especially brown, like make it unreasonably brown.
Dude,
like it doesn't make sense.
You guys are so mean.
Like it's literally put dirt in it.
What is the line? See, a lot of Dave, Carrie's you're a celebrity now. I mean, you have almost 1 million people if you count the podcast, following.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the line? I mean, speaking of Gary Vee, he didn't charge. He wasn't Greg Valentine. He wasn't the Hammer. He was signing stuff for free, right? You got to give your content. Where do you give content away? Where do you charge for it? Where do you give water away?
I will sign one article, one, and then one baby, and that's it. I'm nothing more without being charged. So if they have a baby, they'll get two autos, but otherwise it's just one, and it's
Because I mean, it's a question, right, Dave? So think about it here.
True.
So the Trash to Cash podcast is becoming the most famous, terrible podcast in the world as we speak.
That's true.
So the next meetup, I mean, what you can't just foot the bill. What do? You can't you want to charge people to meet you, Dave?
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, I'm not opposed to having an event where I charge people. I just thought the podcast as a one-time thing, hook people up, and if I could swing it again, do it again. But
I will say, we got 11 people for a free podcast. It's probably not the right moment to charge.
It's not yet time to charge, Kevin, but maybe, stick with us, and we'll get to where you want to be. How much is a VCon ticket?
So, it depends on when you ask. So, after the fact, after I've already used the VCon ticket.
It's still worth money?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's an NFT, right?
It's an NFT. Matter of fact, I could have sold it earlier today.
Is it a visual of a ticket, or is it just like Gary Vee spinning around or something? What's it look like?
If I would have, I don't know. What's the VCon ticket look like? There's some art tied to it. I don't pay attention to it. But 0.35 ETH.
Too good for art.
It literally went up almost. Like $600-800 today at one point because he said he was going to do a collab with the NFT ticket with Snoop Dogg, and so it went straight up. I should have sold it, and then it went down.
Is the VCon ticket? Do you think that first one is going to continue to work every year? Or
no,
since it was the first,
3 different tickets. If you own it, we're really confusing people.
Yes.
If you own a VFriends 1, you have 3 VCon tickets: 2022, 23, 24. Which this is confusing, but I do want to say that I am, and I don't say this on my Flipper channel because people are adamant about different things, and first they laugh at you when you talk about these things. Like Dave is in laughing mode. I think Carrie is, you're just laughing mode. You laugh at him, and then you're going to hate on it, and then you're going to buy one, right? And so I think Carrie is in stage 3. Dave is still in stage 1. I don't know that he'll get to the hating mode.
No, I think you're wrong.
But some people who watch this podcast will be in hating mode. There will be somebody out there that unsubscribes because we talked about NFTs. And I get it. There's a lot of weird people, scammers, and whatever. I get it. But this is where it's going. Matter of fact, Bubba is going to run. I told you this before. We are going to do an NFT. I'm going to.
Can I get a drop? Is there drops that I can get a free one?
We're going to get bots and buy them all.
Double, Dave. Double.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, think about it, Dave. If there's a Trash to Cash NFT,
yeah,
with that NFT, you'll make your little logo or whatever. If you own one, every time Trash to Cash has a meetup, you get to come for free.
Ooh.
Every time.
Oh, every time you show me your Trash to Cash NFT, you can pour paint on my head.
There you go.
And I'll just carry it with me.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Or kick him in the junk. Whatever. If you don't have paint, you can do the other thing.
That will have to be the one of one NFT. The one of one.
Will be the one.
You auction that off, right?
Dude, dollar bills y'all were
buying that thing. I would do that for the money.
Dawn would buy it.
Yeah,
she would.
Dawn would buy it. Yep, that's true. Yeah, so, I mean, Carrie, how were the dumplings today, by the way? Just really quick.
Dude,
so
soup
good?
Dumplings are amazing. Dawn is obsessed with them. So you got Dawn a new type of food she loves, and I love it too. So.
Who else went with you?
Her daughter and her boyfriend. So
and they're living with you now?
Boyfriend.
Can I just say
they're living with you now? Well, let me finish
this.
The ones.
It's four of us. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can I just say that it's no surprise that Dave likes dumplings?
Oh, I love dumplings. I look like a little dumpling kind of.
He looks like a little dumpling, doesn't he? He looks like a little soup dumpling.
Feeling around these young, fit people, I was feeling a little frumpy and got to lose some weight. And then I get on the podcast and I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I'm doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, you got like a lot of. I could feel the energy through the screen from you, Kevin. You have that swag the kids talk about.
Well,
Kevin,
you have to remember the elderly lean out a lot. They kind of like their bones deteriorate and they thin out. That's probably what you got going on there.
I have noticed.
See, I'm the old guy. You guys should be talking about NFT. You guys will be using this stuff.
Dude, I want to know. And so this is, I take some offense. Okay, I've been saying to people that I'm friends with, we need to buy V Friends for like a year and a half. But
I'm glad
here's the
they
thing.
didn't,
It's like
they tanked.
It's like
you never told me.
Blow molds. It's like the blow molds. I know I should buy them and sell them, but I'm too lazy to do it.
That's probably a good thing because
I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready to pull the trigger on the Tickle Me Elmo. I'm this close. I hear one more thing about how good it is and how much it's worth.
It's good.
I'm there.
It's worth a lot. The
is.
Trash to Cash podcast is officially getting more views than my Flipper channel at this point. My Flipper channel just died. Everyone
well deserved.
So yeah, Trash to Cash.
More than my channel too.
With Kevin,
they finally got sick of the clickbait.
They got sick of
with me, only with me. So without me,
without you, I still
your Flipper channel still beating your podcast.
I still think you should have kept that Harry Tornado thumbnail, man. Harnessing the power
so badly.
Dude, that was amazing though. They did not appreciate the artistry.
I loved it. And so I did this thumbnail, guys. Let me tell you, because I took it down. Not everyone got to see it. I put this like ridiculous thumbnail that I don't know. I was inspired to do something ridiculous by Old School Flips because he's putting out some crazy clickbait, and I'm proud of him. And I did this thumbnail that was like harnessing my inner Harry Tornado, and I had like a translucent Harry Tornado coming out of my hands to these $180 Nike Shox I found, and it got like no clicks.
You gotta be more folksy and whimsical. Just do a picture of yourself in front of a GoPro, just like that, and then say sales are slow as molasses, and then just like have a floating jar of is molasses held in jars? I don't know, but just have a floating jar of molasses. Mm-hmm. And then that's it, because they'll get it, because they remember the old days when you had to live in a boxcar in the 1930s. They'll understand that. They'll get it.
So, speaking of Josh here, he's doing this no words in the thumbnail thing or something. Did you see that?
You can do that when you're Harry Tornado.
No, I've done that. I've done no words in the thumbnail. It performed terribly when I did it. I didn't like it at all. Did you like it?
I've done it before. It's been a while. Yeah, I mean,
has it succeeded?
Yeah, it has a few times. Yeah, I mean, nothing. I mean, I don't think it's any of my top 10s or anything like that. But
this is what people really don't care about is the YouTube top 10 stuff.
Except Tornado,
except for YouTubers,
Yeah, Harry Tornado does need a mascot, though, I think, by the way.
I will say this. Get back to that, because there are a lot of people out there who don't, we've talked about this before, they don't have big social media or whatever, but most people have something.
Lesser, yeah.
And reselling, and it's the whole whatnot thing. They get ticked because, and I get it. I get mad, too, right? If I don't have a social media following and these people are selling junk for whatever. But I think that eBay is changing a little bit as well, but selling things, I see more and more people selling things on their Instagram and whatever. It is time, if even if you're not the personality behind your social media, if there's a particular product that you sell, you can get a following based on that product. So even now, it's tougher for people that sell 50 different items like we do. But if there's one thing you really enjoy, you can create an online presence, Instagram, whatever, Twitter, whatever, TikTok, about an item. Your face never has to show up, and it can be your modus, operandi of creating a social media following that gives you some traction. When you could either do that or you could complain about other people doing it. It's basically
that. So that makes. I think you're right. I think a lot of people lean on complaining because it's easier than doing the work and putting in the effort, and they just rather.
But at some point, there's a lot of people that they don't know, right? Technologically speaking, there's a lot of people who are watching this who are like, I don't even know how to do Instagram or do whatever.
I honestly didn't understand Instagram at all. I literally did not use it hardly at all. A little bit for our business, but I didn't understand stories at all, for example. And then yesterday, some of you guys might have seen my infinite scroll of sports cards, which most people find boring.
Dude, that was so long.
Yeah,
and most people find that boring, but I sold like $60, $70 worth of cards just by doing that.
Viewers.
And I had to to viewers. I had to remind myself, other people, there's like a small segment of my followers that enjoy that, like me. And then they were like, I collect him, I collect that, and it saves me a little time, and I can give them a good
disciples.
Deal. Yeah, I mean, the chosen ones, yes.
Okay, so I don't think I cannot talk about this, Carrie. Me and Carrie have been talking about something I'm working on, but I'm so bad.
Oh, keep it to you. Oh, you're gonna tell him? You're gonna tell him?
You're gonna tell
Does Kevin know? Does Kevin know?
Kevin doesn't even know.
I presented y'all with an opportunity 2 weeks ago.
I thought Kevin knew.
Very little feedback, and now I don't even know what opportunity he's talking about.
Which opportunity are we talking about, Kevin?
I'm not telling you now. You're done. You're out.
The timeshare in Bermuda?
Paul is dead. Kayla's dead. All of the people I presented it to are dead.
Okay. Well,
maybe Carrie put a little foot in the door.
No, we're doing it. I thought. Is that what we're talking about?
All right, Dave. I want to hear Dave's. I'm not telling Dave anymore.
I'm gonna tell you. And I must have just missed your message because I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, this is big. Are you sure you want people to see this garbage? Because it's not ready.
I know it's not ready, but I think
the Trashy Awards.
No, this is different. Ready. So, and here's the thing, Carrie, the reason
building suspense.
The reason I feel like I'm ready to talk about it is because today went really well. Okay, and I spent a lot of time on it, and I've almost finished editing 2 more videos, but I'm working on another channel, Kevin. It's an auction channel. It's called David Wealth Auctions.
Yes. Nothing but shorts, but the cool thing is different than you, Kevin. They're good shorts. So he thought maybe he could do what you're doing, but just do it well.
Okay, listen.
Sorry, that was aggressive.
I'm gonna do it. And Trash to Cash is gonna get first eyes on this. I do have a new YouTube channel I'm working on. Any idea what it might be about, Kevin? What's your guess?
Take one look at him and guess.
What do you think?
Taco Bell.
Close.
That's
not that
very
far.
good.
It's food.
It is. Yes.
It's how to eat unhealthily.
It's how to eat unhealthily and stay only moderately obese.
Yeah.
Medium obesity and me is what I'm calling it.
It's an anti-workout
Why
channel.
would you do
I had this
Dave?
idea.
Are you serious? You're doing this?
Yeah.
I'm doing
You're going
this.
totally outside of niche. Totally.
Well, no, I'm still gonna have my other 2 channels.
He's hedging his
a
bets.
Third channel because
and you wonder why nobody's
about.
watching NC Flipper. You're
I'm
not
just
passionate about it.
About all 3 of them.
You're moving on.
No,
That's all right. If you're watching NC Flipper, just unsubscribe and come over to Commonwealth Flipper.
Oh, it says Mr. V Friends. Kevin's counting on NFTs for his future over there. I'm gonna sell you my NFT.
He's got 6 gold chains under that shirt. 6 gold chains, 6 of them.
We are currently on Web 2.0. Web 3.0.
We're on Web 3.0, dude.
No, we're not.
We're on Web 7.0.
We're on Netscape 7.
No, listen. I have always wanted to do a cooking channel, and I've always wanted to do a woodworking channel. Now, the woodworking channel, I tried. I decided I couldn't.
And you failed.
I failed. Well, no, I didn't fail. I had some woodworking videos do 100,000 views on this.
That's not a million. Channel. That's not a million.
It's still solid. And
Is it, though?
they were good videos.
Yeah, 100,000.
Are they though? Are they?
They were Care Bear. Calm down. No, okay. So I mean, I love doing that, but to do one woodworking video would take me about 4 weeks just to make one video. 4 weeks. And so, I made like 4 of them, and I decided, this isn't sustainable. Like, I just don't have the time to do woodworking videos as much as I love it, and it's a passion of mine. My other hobby is cooking. You've seen me on my Instagram, Kevin, I'm sure.
I thought it was eating.
Like that.
I don't know how you have time, to be honest with you.
Well, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it. And I didn't want to talk about it because I didn't know if I would have the time. But I figured out a way to edit this and to do it that I think I can keep it up. Maybe one video a week. It's not going to be like my primary focus, but it's going to be my passion project. Like Lonnie has his Garage Geeks channel, and John has his card channel.
You should change NC Flipper to this food channel. You'll have a built-in 30,000 subs.
I love my NC Flipper channel, and
or whatever you have, 12.
You mean NC Picker?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Anyways, so this is the idea, and tell me what you think of it, Kevin. The idea is, I Google world's best whatever recipe, world's best chili recipe, world's best mac and cheese recipe, world's best grilled cheese recipe in the video. And then I cook whatever the very first result is SEO-wise, and then I review it. And I say, hey, was this actually the world's best chili? Was this actually the world's best mac and cheese? Was it actually the best grilled cheese?
No, it's the best. It's the one who paid the most to get it high enough in the SEO.
So. You don't have to pay. We're not getting in debates about politics. It's just food.
Okay, so no, I mean, if I'm not clicking sponsored things. I'm just clicking things that are highly ranked in SEO.
Yeah, it's definitely better than just doing like searching and trying to actually find the best one.
No.
That crap. Since you like crap so much, it's a crapshoot.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And so like this is my idea, and I've done 3 videos this weekend. I've made 3 videos. I'm still editing.
That's Dave. That's incredible. And you sacrificed quality on the Flipper channel again. So come on over to Commonwealth Picker.
No. I also did 3 NC Picker videos yesterday. So I edited 6 total videos. Actually 7 because I did a Flipper video. So I did 7 video edits this week. But I'll show you the channel.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm not in love with my artwork or anything, but I will show you guys. And those of you who are listening,
this is shameless promotion. How much are you paying me to promote this channel on there?
Okay, so this is it. It's so stupid, but it's world's best recipes. And then I've got like a Fugle at the top, and it's world's best ... recipe. And I have one video live, world's best chili recipe, and it's got 10 views, and I've got 6 subscribers.
How long is it? Oh, you're going to have 12 by the end of this video.
There we go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No,
I will say this.
Subscribe. Here, I'll go subscribe right now. What is it called?
Oh, you're not going to find it. I'm going to send you a link. Like anyone who
I went to look for it again, and I couldn't find it.
It's so unknown that no one's even... Like, people who are watching this right now won't find it. Yeah.
Well, just try it. I want to see.
Okay, try it. It's called World's Best Recipes. That's the idea. It's what and so what it allows me to do is it allows me to title each video World's Best Chili Recipe. World's best.
I think it's a great, and I talked to you about this. I think it's a great idea, and I think if you bring, and we talked about this seriously, if you bring like your quirkiness that you have in your NC Flipper channel, I think it'll do well.
I can't help that. I'm terrible.
What was the name of the first video?
The World's Best Chili Recipe, of course. So yeah, that's the new channel. That's my idea, and I wasn't going to talk about it till I had 5 videos live. By the time this podcast comes out, I'll have 2. And I will say this, like, the chili recipe one is a little rough. I was still nervous. And so if you want to watch me be kind of embarrassed and nervous, then the chili recipe is a great watch. The grilled cheese one's going to come out next, and I feel like
I found it.
Nice.
You can find it.
Okay.
So just put in that and then filter to channels, and you're the first one.
Nice. Yeah. So I think, like... So the grilled cheese recipe is a lot better. I edited that one today, and I'm almost done with the mac and cheese recipe. And,
I just mistakenly just pressed all and I rung that bell when I really need to press none. Because I really don't want to watch this, but I want to support you. So.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, let me say that before we move on. Please don't subscribe if you're not going to watch. I'd rather you didn't subscribe. No offense, but it actually hurts me. So only subscribe if you actually want to watch the videos.
Yeah. I will watch one video.
And also, I think it's a good time to talk about me and Dave's new podcast, food podcast, called Fake Foodies, where neither of us know anything about food and we review stuff.
Hey, you know what? I bought something because of one of Kevin's videos today. We're going to move on from the stupid food channel that's going to fail. I bought something at an estate sale this weekend that Kevin kind of inspired me to buy. I'm pretty sure I saw in a Flipper episode you bought some glass fruit and sold it. Am I right?
That's
and
correct.
so I found some. It was like 10 pieces of glass fruit. for 15. Or no, actually, it was $12.50. Would you have bought that?
It depends on the fruit. Actually, what you saw me buy in a video, I have bought and sold glass fruit before, but what you saw me buy was not glass.
It was grapes.
It was cast. Oh, the acrylic stuff I have bought too. Are you talking about the grapes or the lemons?
Yeah, the acrylic grapes.
It was
I got
a lemon that I saw.
Okay, the lemons was actually, believe it or not, it was cast iron lemons, painted cast iron lemons. But I have bought and sold glass fruit. I don't know if I have it in a video though. Anyway, it would be difficult for me to tell you yes or no without knowing what exactly it looked like. But probably I'm a little too cheap to pay that much though.
$12.50.
Somebody timestamp this below when we started talking about cast iron lemons. Timestamp it, please.
Yeah, that
please.
Sounds like a thing.
Just that, nothing else. Nothing else, just that.
I was comping them out, and I was finding that they sell from anywhere between 9 and 15 a piece, and there was 10 of them.
Each? Oh, well, 10 of them, yeah, absolutely.
And so I was like, for $12, like, I don't think I can lose on that.
That's more than a regular lemon.
Out, man.
Yeah.
Did you see that, by the way? What Paul Philly Flipper's got the T-shirt?
What did
I'm
it say?
Suing him. I had to hire a lawyer.
Oh, I did? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Paul has a new T-shirt.
That was brilliant.
Says, you heard it here first.
These days.
You heard it here first. When in doubt, part it out. Philly Flipper. That's Paul's T-shirt. I love it.
That's great, man. That's awesome. For such a clout chaser, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and it like diminishes Kevin's role in everyone's
in the
life,
community. Yeah,
Kevin's role. Yeah, I was in a live the other day, and somebody said something about him. Whatever. I said, but Kayla's been carrying him for like years. I've only been, helping to shoulder the load for a few months now.
That's true. I actually did notice that Kayla had
I've got
a list
enough
of
to
like
carry on
her
this
favorite
podcast.
YouTubers. Kayla's favorite YouTuber list. Paul's number 1.
Yeah.
So what the
I'm
heck?
a little offended, but they're friends, I get it, right?
They're friends,
I have, I don't have you two on my list, I don't think. But
no,
maybe.
I mean, I would hope not. I mean, I don't even have the list because
I didn't even know there was a list.
You guys,
you don't have channels that what
No.
is it? I don't even know what it's called.
No, like the channels I support or whatever. No, I don't have any up there. I just have my own playlists and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's really nice of you, Dave.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know people would ever put me on. I'm not on yours. What can you say?
You're on mine. You're
Am
on
I?
mine.
Hold on.
I think we are. I did know about it. I think we're on page 2, not page 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, page 2, I might as well not
Right
be there,
after,
Kevin.
I think, right after Rockstar Flipper.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Craigslist Hunter. Oh, Cincinnati Picker.
Did you know
Part-time Picker. Who are these? No, hold on, Kevin. You have
He lives
Commonwealth
by a
Auctions
lagoon.
ahead of me? Commonwealth Auctions sucks.
What are you talking about? It's a great channel. That's going to be my new NFT channel, I think.
Yep. And he's got Paul ahead of both of us, Carrie.
I do?
Shameful.
Dude.
Shameful. No, Paul probably deserves it. Paul's a better friend. He's
It's
never.
Kayla should be in front of y'all.
Oh, yeah, she is. She's way ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
she's
makes
like
more
right
sense.
It's
after us.
unfair for me. I'm in the West Coast. I can't just show up at your guys' place.
There
I
is
just
a
have to
creepy
be-
guy that's like
It's
your number
all
one.
about
He's
when
like,
y'all came into my life, I mean, Craigslist Hunter was the first one, and, I mean, seriously. And those guys, it is because I add them over time.
Yeah.
And then Kayla and Paul was Cincinnati Rally. I didn't even know. I thought Dave was just a complete idiot, so I wasn't going to contact him. And then eventually, he wore on me.
Dude, no one contacted me for like a year and a half. I was just kind of doing my own
Until
thing. Kevin. Kevin was the first
No,
one
that's
to reach
not
out.
The Godfather.
Not
Kevin's
true.
the Godfather.
You did a video with Kayla. I remember
that's
Kayla
'cause I
calling
reached
me
out
up
to
saying,
Kayla, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's like, who's
Yeah.
this dude? I don't know if I want to do this. She was like, I don't think I want to meet him and whatever. He seems so weird is what she told me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Super weird.
I know, I agree. I wouldn't do it, but some reason she did it.
Listen, I'm on her list now, so I must have been at least decent to pick with. I mean, I didn't take any of the good stuff, so.
No, you just used her shamelessly as a thumbnail.
Yeah, and she did the same to me. So just like Carrie did, except Carrie
But
did
it
a terrible
helped
job.
you.
of
It didn't help her.
Carrie did a terrible job.
They hated what I did. Yeah, I messed that up.
You should
Hey,
probably
since
quit.
we're speaking of yard sales and whatever, so I go in. Well, I guess we're not, but we are now. So I'm up here in Minnesota, and I'm looking at my yard sale list back in Lynchburg, Virginia. This last week was probably the single best yard sale day in my area in 20 years.
I heard
Shouldn't
that.
have went to VCon, man.
I heard all about it.
You heard about it from your buddy.
From my friend CVA Thrifts. Yeah, he's like,
I'm
dude,
gone.
this weekend is insane. There's so many awesome community sales.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't believe Kevin's gone.
They were all trying to get you in there, and you weren't even there.
I didn't see you today. Where are you at? And I'm like, dude, I'm gone. I can't believe I'm gone. I'm up here.
Yeah.
It's 41 degrees. I'm going out in Minnesota doing garage sales at 41 degrees. And there's
you just got to realize.
There was more sales in my little tiny podunk place than there was in all of Minneapolis, you know.
I know. I saw Old School
nuts.
Flips did an Instagram story in Colorado. It's snowing.
Yeah.
So
oh my gosh. I feel so much better about my decision to move to Vegas now.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's
no,
true.
I mean, Kevin, I heard that the sales were awesome, and you missed out.
And we did. I mean, I had fun up here. I just put it out there. I'm like, hey, anybody want to take me to garage sales? And I had I'm like, there's that many people in Minnesota following my Instagram. Wow. And so
now that Kevin's jet setting everywhere, all around the world.
Yeah, something like that. So, but it was fun. We went out. But let me tell you, it gets, it's farther north, Dave. I know you don't know it's north.
Yeah,
you thought it was south, but
it's that
north.
way.
East. I got it.
It gets so much, it gets light so much earlier when you're farther north. I didn't know if you knew that, Dave.
Never heard
Aurora Borealis.
And so I'm out there, and he's like, when do you want to leave? I'm like, dude, what time's the first sale? He's like 7. I'm like, oh, I want to be there at 6:30. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's what I do. And so we sat there until 7 because it didn't open till. He's like, no, nobody opens before this time. I'm like, really? And sure enough, there are people rolling out at 9 starting their sale. I'm like, whatever. This is ridiculous.
That's smart thinking right there. See, maybe I'm ahead of the game.
Yeah, maybe, but it was. Plus, they have sales here, and I heard Matt Thrifter talk about this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm like, what are you talking about? Where I'm from, there might be a few on Friday, a ton on Saturday, 0 on.
You got to remember, Thrifter Sifter is in South Dakota. There is nothing else going on. Really, there's Sturgis once a year. There's a bunch of people up in oil wells. There's people climbing the whatever those faces are. And that's it. That's all they got.
Oh no, Rushmore.
Yeah, that's Gary Vee up there, and
dude, I'm telling you,
Logan Paul.
Well, okay, so who would be on the Mount Rushmore of resellers, Kevin?
You're
kind of the most
that should be the Trashy Award.
I'm
not getting into that. I'm ticking some people off.
I'm going to take some people off. Okay, I'm going to tell you who would be on there for me.
Lonnie Shed Flips 1.
I'm going to get off of here.
RVA Flips 2. Thrift Mind 3.
Oh, my good Lord.
And followed by...
They're not watching.
They're not watching. No, I would say... Okay, so listen, I'm just going to say most iconic. Most iconic is at least...
Did he turn that off and he turned his video off and didn't mute it?
All right, Carrie, so I'm going to tell you what I think. As someone who doesn't follow the community closely and just from the outside looking in, didn't follow it closely until I started doing these videos. Who do I think probably was the OGs in my brain is probably Craigslist Hunter for sure. Gary Vee, even though I guess he's not really in this space, but that's Gary Vee. And then probably John, Cincinnati Picker. He got me into it.
Let me be honest with you. You're a second generation reseller.
Is that
as
what
far
it is?
as YouTube content. I mean, you're picking second generation reselling content.
Who's the first gen?
The first generation, and you guys can go look this dude up. 2011, Redneck Picker 1.
Okay.
Global Voodoo, he's still doing videos. Global Voodoo is still doing videos. Bonafide Hustler. He doesn't do many videos anymore, but Bonafide Hustler has been doing them since 2012, 2013. Here's another deep cut. Go look it up. Urban Diggers. Wow. 2012, 2013. They stopped, but that's the
was that all four?
generation.
You didn't let me say my fourth one because it's going to annoy you.
I don't want to get into this.
My fourth one, because he's literally the second guy I watched on YouTube, and I watched a lot of his content. Rake and Profit.
Rake and Profit would be.
Those were my
Rake and Profit would be an OG too. Yeah, he could be on that as well.
Yeah.
Well, look. First of all, Dave not second generation. Dave's third generation.
No, I'm talking. He was talking about second generation resellers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Because there's many before that don't even do. I mean, there's all kinds of channels I go back. I mean, Golden Finger.
He's another good one.
Ronnie Hart.
Heart's Picker.
I mean,
I've heard you guys talk about him,
Thrifty Treasures.
Yeah.
There's really that's second generation, y'all. And I mean, you can. I mean, really, we're talking third here, fourth, really. To be honest.
What generation are me and Carrie? We're fifth. Probably fifth.
No, I don't know. Fourth, third. I'm like border.
We're after
too, but there's so many
Kevin.
people that did.
Yeah.
I don't know. Matter of fact, hey, it's 2 days ago was my 3-year anniversary, I think.
Dude,
First video.
I've been getting recommended this guy who's brand new. He's a young buck. He's 25 or 24.
And he's paid for this
like
endorsement you're going to give him, right?
I don't even know his name, so I can't endorse him. He's got like 9 videos, and the dude's got like 40,000 views per video. I don't even know how he's doing it. It's crazy. He's got that Mr. Beast skill, I guess. I don't know. These young kids. I don't know.
It's because he's showing 8 million sales. He's using I'm not being critical. It's a very good business model. Matter of fact, it reminds me of Paul and Paul's model. And you can only scale if you pay PSP credits to a certain degree.
Yeah.
You can't scale unless you force your child labor. I mean, you can't scale unless you pay.
The truth comes out. The truth comes out.
For to pay people. And so in this case, he's not paying direct employees. He's paying a VA. Is that right? Is that what they're called? Virtual assistant.
Virtual assistant. They're not real.
To do, I think he's doing pictures. No, he's sending pictures. They create the listing. He makes it live. Rally Roots does that. That's what they do. Speaking of old school, there you go. You didn't even talk about second generation.
Well, I didn't.
They're like third.
We were talking.
Well, anyway, doesn't matter.
We were talking, and I think this is great for the comments, guys, because you all left awesome comments about your best sales of the week. I love that. I don't know if you guys read through.
I did.
Yeah, comments about awesome, like amazing flips that everyone
Dave
got.
learned so much.
Dude, seriously, go read that last week's episode, and it's like Bolo Central. Just like read through that, and you're gonna learn a ton about reselling. I'm serious. But so it'd be kind of cool this week. Put your 4 resellers that kind of got you into the YouTube reselling space. It doesn't need to be the greatest of all time. That's what we weren't naming the greatest of all time.
So what
we were naming our OGs.
And did you do?
No, they were the greatest. We were definitive.
And did you do that, Dave?
I did, yeah.
Okay, who were they again? Just so I
I guess I didn't say the ones who got me into it.
Because like when I started this podcast, you didn't know half the people I was talking about.
Yeah. They weren't the ones who got me into it. I was just trying to trigger Kevin. Mostly, when I named mine,
which makes me wonder again, like really why I'm doing this. Why am I?
Do you even need sunglasses in Minnesota? By the way,
yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Isn't it night all day round there? Isn't it like one of those places like Sweden, or is it daytime all day round?
Summer. It's the
Sweden.
It's the opposite.
I didn't like that movie.
Like, in the winter, it's darker because the sun is.
Yeah, it was weird.
Where did you go to school, Dave?
What's the school?
You went to one semester.
Hike school? I went to hike school in Connecticut, Kevin. I'm a Connecticut boy. Thank goodness I left that place.
All right, well, who are your 4? I want to hear you again.
Oh, so then now are we saying my 4?
Because Dave said his, and
that got you into
I had never watched the 2 of them. I've heard him say Redneck Picker 60 times. I should probably look
his
that
name's
up.
Carrie. His name's Carrie, by the way.
Yeah, my name is Carrie. That's all right.
What did I say?
Kevin doesn't have time for that.
You called me Dave. I called him Dave.
Oh, sorry.
Dude, Redneck Picker was a big deal to me because there was nobody else doing it. I swear, it was him and a guy named Glendon Cameron back in the day.
No, if I went to my first 4, it would probably be John, Lonnie, Kevin, and honestly, probably be Thrift Mine. Those are the first 4 I watched, and then Rake and Profit, but he wasn't really yard sailing. So, like, those are the yard sale videos I watched.
He was just doing. I'm
okay,
sorry,
so no, what I liked about Rake and Profit is he'd interview this dude about toys. He has a friend who does a ton of toy sales, and I love
those are good videos.
Interviews.
Those are good videos.
All right, so let me tell you this. Oh, jeez. All right, so let me tell you this. I did a couple of videos, and one of them I just put out today. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It was with Chernok's Connection, Chris.
I bought so many shirts from him, Kevin. I'm about to blow you up on this channel.
What?
I bought a ton of shirts from Chernok.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Oh, but you bought them. See, he gives them to me for free.
Well, he said you wouldn't allow him to send. No, he said you stopped him from sending us boxes. That he tried and you said no.
Anyway,
you intercepted them and kept them.
And the one thing that I kept thinking in my mind is I don't want to do a Rake and Profit video. It's not. I wanted to put out good content while I wasn't making content because I was gone, right? And so I wanted to. To me, it's a cop-out, y'all. I don't be critical because there's different ways. I've interviewed people before who I think are experts in something. But anybody can do that. anybody can go interview somebody about how they do something. But I was like, you know what? I want this expert. I want him to talk about hats. I get this question all the time, and I knew he was the guy to do it. It was down there. It was in my cabin. And I have one, Shay, MD Picker, talking about toys. And I don't know. I don't know if I like that content. But I will tell you that video, it's performing for a how-to video. It's performing very well, and the feedback is incredible because Chernok's energy in the video is really good. It's very informative. And so, there you go. I don't know why I said all that. But basically, it's because I don't like those videos where you talk about the toy guy.
I think it was mostly just a humble brag about how good your channel's doing.
Yeah, I think that was a roundabout way just to let us know that you're better than us.
Yeah,
I
we already
feel
knew
that.
Kevin. You didn't need to tell us.
We know Kevin.
I mean,
we are the lesser YouTubers you talk of.
Dude has 7,000 views in 12 hours on that video, and I get 7,000 views never.
I've gotten 7,000 views this month.
Yeah, on your hat video.
That's a good video, man. I'm telling you.
I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it.
Hey, and it reminds me about the hat thing you were talking about, NC Builder. So you're woodworking, right?
Yeah.
What you need to do is build a wooden like domed thing for hats. If you watch that video, because he uses these things to clean and do the stuff with the hat, and they're hundreds of dollars on eBay.
Really? Wow.
You could have a market if you could create something where you could 3D printer, maybe it doesn't have to be wood. I mean, something. Chernok needs to do it, and then he needs to sell it on CommonwealthPicker.com.
Fax machines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Inkjet printers. Are we just naming technology right now? Because I'm good at this. Game Boy.
Let's just say, dude, I have spent a lot of my eBay profits on technology this week, buying cameras.
Oh, yeah, you bought a lot.
For this cooking channel, because you need to have, like, multiple cameras set up. You need to have tripods and lights for the kitchen. And so, I learned how to, buy things to write off this week. He's paying me.
He's paying me $13 an hour. I do have to fly myself out there. $13 an hour. I'm his key grip. He holds the camera. I'm the key grip. I just... Key grip.
I love
that's what I do.
Carrie holding... Wait, do key grips hold the mic? No, that's the boom
No,
mic.
key
What
grips.
does key grip do?
I think they take care of all the equipment, and I'm very careful with stuff. So it would work.
Careful. That's true. He's a careful
That's
fella.
True.
So Area 51, did you go yet?
I want to go.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead.
Area. No, I just saw it going off track. I'm gonna let y'all go.
No,
Area 51. There you go.
Dude,
I'll tell you. I'll give you a bolo. I'll give you a bolo. All right, I'll give you a bolo here. So
how animated he is.
You may be familiar with this league out there. There's a defunct independent league baseball they had. I think Area 51 was the name of one of the teams. The UFOs. 51s. Is that right?
The 51s, yeah.
Are you making that up?
They were the Las Vegas 51s.
He's like sportsman.
They're now the Aviators, but they're not the same team. They're different affiliations, I believe.
Well, anyway, there's all kinds of these independent minor league teams, and they went out of business. Okay, all of them, and so they had like Rawlings minor leagues balls and stuff that were marketed to to these teams. They all had the bats, I think, and there's all kinds of funky teams. They went out of business and they liquidated everything on eBay auction style. This is years before I did YouTube. And so I was buying this stuff up because it was on auction style, which was a stupid way to do it, but they had to do it quickly because they were liquidating. And so I was buying branded balls, Rawling branded balls for dirt cheap. And I bought buckets and buckets and buckets of these things, and I sold them one at a time, and I made thousands of dollars off of these things. So, there you go. You can make money on eBay, online arbitrage. Sometimes if you find the right things.
The moral of this story, guys, if you didn't catch it, Kevin is a really good reseller.
Oh, geez.
He's really good at this, guys.
He has a great YouTube channel.
Really good. He's good at YouTube.
Did y'all get that?
He's at VCon. He's generally better than all of us. He's better than all of us.
Yes.
No, that's actually really cool, dude. I would have loved, in all seriousness, I would have loved to have gotten some of that stuff. I would have kept some of it. Did you keep any of it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He bought me, I own Mojo Mouse. I know, it sounds ridiculous. Dave's probably laughing right now. It's a V-Friend 1, and I owned Quick Quail too, but I sold it. He got me a canvas of Mojo Mouse, and so I had Gary sign it.
You hashtagged Mojo Mouse in one of your Instagrams, but you misspelled it, and it was Moose. So I was looking up
Really?
Mojo Moose. Yeah, I looked it up, and it was like just like some like chocolate thing, and I'm like, what is this?
I want some Mojo Moose.
That
Sounds
hilarious.
good.
Yeah, I want to get some.
Because I wanted to see who your Gary Vee spirit animal was, but I didn't know it.
I mean, okay, so I will say
I'm a patient panda or whatever the heck it is. Panda, parrot.
I will say there's one thing I laxed on this weekend because of this whole new journey I decided to try on, and so I can't pretend like nothing laxed. I laxed on listing. I didn't list anything on eBay this weekend. My wife
Tina did.
My wife still did, but I didn't list anything. But I've been trying to get back into listing at least 5 a day, so I didn't do those 5 a day. So I was a little bit sad that I didn't do that, but I wanted to try this, and I don't think I need to make 3 cooking videos a week. I was just testing.
Fake reseller making reselling content.
Yeah, I guess so. I finally moved all of my stuff from my dad's car trailer into my shipping container too. So that was pretty exciting. Now my dad is actually installing an AC unit in there, so it can
how hot is it in there right now? Like
140 degrees. It's like outside your house right now. Basically.
It'll make all those pans you still have melt. Hey, did you see Caleb? Speaking of pans, did you see the Salad Master show? I think did we talk about that last time? That video, I think it performed pretty well for her. Finding Salad Master? Yeah. That was hilarious. I loved it. Anyway.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but I've heard of it. I've heard you talk about it.
I don't trust any company that says they're the master of anything. Salad Master, I don't trust them.
That's what you choose to be the master of?
Yeah.
So guys, I'm the master of salad. Okay, cool.
You just throw lettuce and stuff on it. I don't know. I never ate it before, but I've heard it's good.
It's like a treat.
It's good for you.
You're eating a treat.
Speaking of YouTube for a second and garage sale channels, do you have any that you enjoy besides, one of my favorites to watch is Shad Juice, and he never puts out videos anymore. It drives me nuts. But he put one out. He put out a video. I finally got to watch a Shad Juice video.
Nice. Let's see. Videos. I haven't really been watching any. I don't have time. Once you start doing videos, it's really hard to watch videos.
Yeah.
That's what I've realized.
I still enjoy them. But yeah,
I enjoy them.
I still watch Pete, Craigslist Hunter, which was my intro into it. And then some other guy, and I cannot remember the name of it.
Yeah, you never gave us your 4 OGs.
Well, there's one guy and I can never remember, and he did videos for a very short time, and I really enjoyed him, and then he quit doing them to do other videos. And I can't remember. It was Pete, Talani, and... but believe it or not, John, of course, and then Crazy Lamp Lady.
Crazy Lamp Lady. Okay. Yeah. I had not seen her till you guys told me about her, but she's good. I like her stuff, and she actually commented on one of my videos once, which is more than I can say for Kevin the Commonwealth Picker. No, he's commented on my videos.
Oh, commented. So.
Kevin's like, actually, have I? I don't know.
I had to think about it.
Your assistant commented on one of my videos for you, and that was very nice of your assistant. Appreciate that.
My assistant?
Yeah, Kevin's so confused. Have you not taken your pills today, Kevin?
I don't have an assistant.
Okay, we got to be easy on him. The doctor said we can't give him a hard time about this.
I know. You're supposed to go. You're supposed to not exert
Everything's okay, Kevin. Everything's okay. It's all right.
Sorry.
We're sorry.
Okay, so we're pretty much done with the show, honestly. I got no more topics. I got nothing to say.
We had topics?
Going on? I don't know. We had some topics. Thank you guys for watching Trash to Cash Podcast, episode 32. Make sure you subscribe and unsubscribe from Kevin. Bye-bye.
Yep.